Hey guys, what is up? My name is Dave and welcome to the next episode of Winning RuneScape. Doing some more SAR solos, and as you can see on KC 2048, I picked up a Shard 1 from the boss. Now I actually think it's kind of cool because I'm able to get a lot of kills per trip in when I'm soloing now. I mean, I'm already 21 kills into this trip and have used next to no supplies. Okay, so we are currently on my record trip of, I think we're at 45 kills now. And as if to fulfill the meme on KC 2073, Dragon Spear. Alright, so this is kind of a pretty big accomplishment for me. Okay, if I don't fucking die right here. You guys saw right in the last clip that I was pretty far into this trip, and right here I'm at 197 rune KC, which, once I kill the minions, will bring me up to 200, meaning that this is a 50 kill solo trip. And that's pretty cool. That's definitely my record, and I'm very, very happy to have broken it. So I don't think I'll be able to beat that one for a while, but once I learn prey flicking, which is probably going to be in my future, I just need to get a lot more comfortable with soloing. I want to see if I can get a 100 kill trip. Keeping in line with what I said, which is that I want to get 90 base by the end of the month, we just got 88 smithing, so there's only 2 levels left in smithing and then 4 levels in mining, and then we're there. I don't know what I'm going to do after that. Maybe I'll just get all the diaries done or something. So apologies in advance because my window's open and you're probably going to be able to hear some stuff, but obviously summer's coming, so it's getting warmer. Did a little bit of SAR with my friends, got up to 2166 KC, and I think my luck here is finally dry. It's been about 900 or 800 kills since I've had a hilt or an ACB in my name, and this is what we got from the boss. The shards and the seeds are from the boss. I mean, the magic seeds is kind of obvious. But you guys made it clear in the last video that you don't want me to only do one boss per video, so I'm going to try and mix it up, do some other stuff, a little bit of skilling, and definitely finish up that Kalphite Queen task. Alright, so I'm on my way to Kalphite Queen, and I kind of want to talk about something that might slightly alter my videos in the future. So you guys know that right now I do pretty much only boss tasks from Slayer. Like right now I'm doing Kalphite Queen because I'm on a Kalphite's task. When I get a Dagonoth task, I do Dagonoth Kings, etc, etc, etc. Well, what I'm going to have to start doing is when I get things like Neck Reels or Dust Devils, I'm actually going to have to start doing them because of this Katizo pet. Now, if the pet is 1 in 100, which I think is what they projected it to be, I'm going to need a lot of totems, and I only have 5 in the bank right now. So it's going to take me a very, very long time to get that pet, if we're assuming that I'm going to go as dry there as I seem to be going at pretty much every other boss. So you guys should expect to see a few more intermediate tasks of things like, you know, neck reels and maybe blood velds, I don't know, things like that. Alright, second Dragon Two-Handed Sword coming in on this task. 196 Kalphite Queens later, we're finally done with that task, thankfully. And there's one thing I want to show you guys, in case you don't know. Kalphite Queen is ridiculous for Wines to Zamorak, so if you're like mid to end level or end game Iron Man, just do this boss. It's ridiculous, dude. But I'm gonna go pick up a new task and see if we can get something else. Hopefully another boss task or something in the catacombs. Alright, so after a couple like filler tasks, I ended up actually getting a Chaos LA task, and normally I'd set that to 3, but I figure I might as well use this to my advantage, set it to 35, and try and just knock out that shitty little pet. I mean, being able to use a Slayer Helm is going to help DPS-wise quite a bit, so... So to those of you guys who have been wondering why I have all those summer pies in my bank, this is why. It's because I knew that at some point I would have to be doing the Chaos LE, and Jesus, this is a bitch to do on Fixed. But you can't safe spot it, or like flinch it like you can with a halberd, at least not to my knowledge. If someone does know how, please let me know. So I basically have to kill it just with a normal 2-step walk under method. It is really fast because the Twisted Bow hits freakishly high on it and is extremely accurate, but, you know, the inability to safe spot is quite frustrating, so I have to bank very frequently. However, I can get probably like 50 kills an hour doing it like this, which is pretty ridiculous. So someone in my CC actually just called out a lucky Impling, so I'm going to catch it really quick and see if we get anything cool. This is actually the first lucky Impling I think I've ever seen, so this is interesting. And 43 Teak Planks. Okay, that was uneventful. Looks like I should have just left that gear on because now we're going to do KBD for 52 kills. Another set of KBD heads. I think this is my 6th one now. I'm not entirely sure. I think this is 6, but I've probably had a few that I just didn't pick up, just like I did with my KQ heads in the past. Like, I've definitely had more than 14 or 15 KQ heads, but I used to just leave them on the ground. What? What the fuck? Okay, that's... Okay, that's fine. I'll take that. I mean, I gotta admit, that is my most calm visage reaction so far. For those of you guys who don't know, a while ago, I think it was before I got hacked for my bow, I actually got a visage from KVD as well, and that was less than 300 kills before this. So, I think this is the 5th visage I've seen on this account. 3 from Wyverns, 2 from KBD now. So that's pretty freaking nuts. I mean, and that's a pretty good way to break a dry streak. I'm not saying I was dry at this boss in particular, but overall, like, super dry at SAR, over 800 kills since I've seen a hilt or ACV in my name. Pretty dry at just most bosses right now, so that's a pretty good way to break it. Alright, hard casket from that task. Average. Sold everything off, including that visage, and ended up with over 20 mil. Some of it's going to have to go to chins, and some of it's probably going to go to supplies. But we might be able to buy a piece of Bandos by the end of this, or something else if I need it. But since I don't really use Bandos all that often, it's probably going to be pretty low in the priorities list. Just what I was looking for. A Dagonoth task is something that I haven't had in a little while. Would love to do it. And I may or may not have included the clip of me getting the Kriara task. And I may or may not have included the clip of me dying at Kriara with a lot of chins. Nice and early in the trip, Ring of Life. Alright, so that's the second Ring of Life this task. No other rings, actually. And a really loud bird outside. Alright, so I have a Warhammer and I have a Hasta, so Vetion normally isn't bad, but a Vetion Slayer task is completely useless because the South Amulet doesn't stack with the Slayer helmet. So I'm just going to put it to 3. Then I also might actually go out and make the push for that Chaos Ellie pet later. Alright, so another D2H coming in here at Chaos Ellie. Don't mind the scuffed screen region. I'm actually playing in full screen when I do this because it makes it so much easier to camp this boss. But that's pretty cool. Another D2H. Alright, so it's still not a pet, but it's a dragon pick. I'm actually pretty happy with that. I have yet to look up the rarities for these because I know that I'll just get pissed off if I do. But that's awesome. I mean, I'll take a free 2.9 mil. You know, and now I'm gonna be honest, I kind of just feel like it's fucking with me. I know that most Willy bosses can't actually hit the rare drop table, so I'll switch back since I'm going to be talking for a second. I know most Willy bosses can't actually hit the rare drop table, but I guess Chaos Ellie can. I've also had a Rune 2H this trip, so that makes sense, and I've had several 3k coins drops, but a Dragon Med Helm from Chaos Ellie is definitely unexpected. What? What? How the hell? Oh wait, I just changed it back. How the hell did I just get a second one? This has to be actually on the drop table, right? There's no way that this is just coincidence. I'm gonna check and I'll tell you guys. It's not. It's RDT. That's RDT. Wow. Okay. That's interesting. I mean, you know, it's not like that bad. I'm not like pissed. That's just actually kind of surprising to see it happen so frequently. I mean, first the Sara Lights and now I guess the D-Meds. So other than the fact that the US Worlds have been extremely laggy today, I actually just finished up 300 kill count at the Chaos Elemental, which means I believe that I am officially dry of the pet here. That's not really that big of a deal because I can kill these pretty quickly. I mean, if you include PKers and everything, I think I mentioned earlier in the video I gave like a really rough statistic, but obviously that was on task as well. So it's probably like 40 to 50 kills an hour. If you don't encounter PKers, you can probably get more than 50, but considering I'm doing this at peak times, I'm obviously encountering quite a few people. But I think after this trip, I'm going to take a little bit of a break because fuck this boss, and I'll probably go do some skilling or something. Alright, so I think what I want to do now is start maybe poking at some of these achievement diaries that I don't have done yet, like the Falador or the Kandarin. I don't know, I'm probably not going to do all of them because that would require me to do BA, and I hate BA, but we'll poke at some of them at least. And I know there's a couple that I don't have the requirements for, like I'm pretty sure I still need a higher smithing level for some of them, so that's, I guess I'm going to continue working on that. And I still have a pretty big stack sitting in the bank, so if I need to invest more of that into gold ore, I will. I've actually used most of mine already, so I'm definitely going to need to buy more just to get to 90, but I mean, that's not that big of a deal. And in case anyone was wondering, I got some cool stuff from Chaos Ellie. I was doing it pretty much all day, and actually got almost 10,000 mithril darts. So that's, that's kind of alright, I guess. I wouldn't recommend doing it for actual loot, but the dragon pick was nice too. Regardless, I think I'm going to end the video here. I got a lot done in this one. I mean, there's some fucking crazy shit that happened in this one too. Like, that visage was pretty fucking nuts to me, I guess. But if you guys enjoyed it, make sure you guys like it up, subscribe, and comment some cool stuff. If you missed the last video, which I feel like a lot of people did because it got only like half the views of what my normal video will get, I'll put a link to that on the screen right now, and I'll probably put a link to some other random video, so make sure you check that out too. I'll try and get another one up by Sunday. Have an awesome day, everyone, and peace out.